Dios mío. Already starting with the shenanigans. I forgot to do my lipstick. Let me do my lipstick now. Lipsticks is my superpower. Without my lipstick and my hoop earrings, I feel like George Lopez. Hola putis, it's Racheta Puñeta Chancleta with the tetas. Welcome to my live stream. I know you miss me. I'm back. I'm back. I have a new platform, a new Fang site. And you can get berated by me on my Fang site. And you can buy my shoes and get exclusive contents. You have to go there and find out, Sucio. The fact that you are asking me lets me know you are dusty and will probably be annoying. Hola, in-house Grace. Hola, Jason. Hola, certified quality. How is everyone? Hola, Robs. I forgot to do my lipstick. I'm doing it now. How is everyone doing? It is Wednesday, hump day. Why did they name Wednesday hump day? That is so stupid. Hola, Arrow. Jason says it's about to rain here. Rain where? Where are you? In-house says, so glad I got a chance to see you. You are so talented. Let me know when you have your next show. I live in Jersey. Ay, Dios mío, New Jersey. Do you know I have family from Viling? Have you ever been to Viling? I will never forget. We were going to visit them, okay? And I am scared of midgets. Do you know that I found out that there were 2 midgets in the family and I had to go hide in the guest room? In Violent. Somehow from like, ¿cómo se dice? Through like in-laws. There was a midget in the family. And I didn't know. And I was scared hiding in the guest room under a blanket. I cannot help it. I don't want to be scared of my own family. This was not my choice, you know? It is a true story. It is a true story. Hola, the last lost boy. Hello, everyone. Hope you are okay today. Jason says, I'm from Philly, pero I'm near Allentown right now. Who is Allen and why does he have his own town? Is he rich? In-house has not the blanket. Under the blanket in the family, the guest room or something. It was like a guest room that had like books. And I remember just hiding in there. When we got to the house, because I was a little girl, but when we got to the house, I told to my mother, I was like, Mommy, how many are there? How many are there? I saw her standing at the top of the stairs like a scary movie, a little leprechaun. I te lo juro, I promise to you this is a true story. I am not making this up. I am not making this up. Hola Generation. Hola Kevin Robinsons. Hola Big Red. You look like a hooker. I am a virgin, but thank you. I am a hooker of feet. Axel says wig is fire. A wig? Excuse me, Puti. This is not a wig. I don't know what about this hair makes you think it is a wig, okay? What kind of wig has split ends, puto? Hola, Longdings. Jason says, I don't care if you are making it up. It's a funny story. I am not making it up. I promise to you. I wish I could call my mother and tell her. You know what? I'm going to FaceTime her and record the conversation. Exactamente, in-house. I'm classy. Hola, Yorgang. Are there any Turks here? Hola, Loduong. You are in love. Prove it and send the super chat. Join my new fan site, you guys. I have a new exclusive fan site where I'm going to be posting exclusive contents and pictures of me and my feet looking beautiful. You can even buy shoes and socks, all the feet weirdos, if you want to buy some chanclas from me or some socks. You can go. You can get roasted by me. Oh, look who joined the memberships. Thank you for joining, Jason. Shout out to Jason joining the memberships. But yes, it is a new platform. I'm very excited. It is very versatile. You can follow it for free. But the memberships is how you get all the content. Wow, Jason. Thank you so much. Jesus on Kununga says, all struggle with their sins and problems and fall short of the glory of God. But thanks be to God, salvation is entirely by trusting in Jesus as Savior and His finished work on the cross, not of works. Exactamente. Hallelujah. Jesus saved my ass. All the time. He did it this morning. Why do you keep saying Jew? It is my accent. You know? Jason says, you're always funny. Every time I've scrolled through the YouTube streets and caught you've been funny. Gracias, Jason. This one says, can we smash? Can you smash your wallet open and send me money, loser? Paul says, I don't believe in God or Jesus. That is very sad. What do you believe in, Paul? Are you atheist or are you Muslim? 36 says, thanks for me, baby. Did you send me money? I don't see super chats. I do not see new members on my fan site that is pinned. You know, dance for me, baby, but you have done nothing for me. Please. Hola, Justin. You must be a playlist because you have all my favorite vibes. Wow. Are you a star because your future looks bright? Dios mío. Paul says, I died 3 times in 1 year. And you don't believe in God or Jesus. But yes, somehow you have died 3 times and have made it. Just go to the link in the bio. You will see all my payments. 363 said, I'm a real alpha male. You should want to please me. You are a loser. Alpha males don't have to say they are alpha males. They just thank money. And you have not done nothing. You are cosplaying as an alpha male for your own ego. Hola, Rancidi 627. What's happening, my guy? ¿Qué carajo tú estás diciendo? I don't even know what you are saying. Jason says, write a triple example of why you should believe in God. That's what I think, you know. Hola, Al Jones. Shout out to Al Jones for that super chat. May God help us all. Al Jones is scared of me. Al Jones is scared of me, but you know what? I like it. I like to scare men. Hola, Catalina. You are a funny girl. Gracias. Hola, Eric B. Good evening, beautiful. Hola, Levi. Gracias, Eric. John says shaking my head is true. This one says she-male, please. She-male. You're only saying that because you're gay. You're closeted. Come out the closet, Abdul. It's 2026. Hola, Birus. Shout out to Al Jones using the racheta emoji. That is me in the emoji. If you cannot tell. If you cannot tell by the cheetah print dress and the red shoes. Hola, Aminis. So, how was everybody's weekend? I know you guys have not seen me in a couple days. I've been very busy doing a lot of things, prepping a lot of things. I had to make some money moves, you know. Typical racheta. Jason says if it's an Abdul, they're deeply closeted. Exactamente, because, you know, they'll cook their heads off. That's why I think it is so funny when gay people are like, oh, gays for this and that. I'm like, are you sure? Are you sure you wanna be on that side? Because they will hang you like a towel on the back of a door. I'm Racheta Piñata Chancleta with the tetas, aka Goddess, aka Give Me Money. Very good, Eric. Do you see what I'm saying? He's following directions. Gracias, Eric B. And you're gonna get a shout out. Do you have a question, Eric B? Or would you like me to roast your profile? I bet you don't have a picture. Qué lástima. I cannot roast your profile if you don't have a picture. User RT says, how many times a day do you fart? Be careful not to wet yourself or poop. Have a good day. I don't fart. I don't fart. I don't poop. I'm perfect. .360s, corny ass. Baby, do you need me to come over and show you some special exercises? I need you to exercise sending me money. That is the only exercise I need from you. Send the super chat test phone. Eric B says it's all good keeping you. Gracias. Hola, Mr. Lookalike. What is a leer? Mr. Lookalike says leer. L-I-E-R. ¿Qué carajo es un leer? Hola, Jesse James. Jason says thanks for the permission for her to continue being her. Just messing with you. Hola, Yusuf. You're the perfect stepmom. 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 Is your father rich? Mr. Lookalike says you do fart. No, I don't. Hola, Michi Williams. Everyone farts. No, I don't. Perfect goddesses do not fart. We're like centaurs, you know? Mythical. What is the word? Ethereal? Magical. Hola, Stargazer. Hola, Kesham. Where are you from, sister? Yo soy de Puerto Rico, Miami, Florida, pero now I'm in Los Angeles in my cousin's ghetto apartment. God, the poverty, I swear. Hola, Jesse James. Is it true you fart, you smell like perfume? I don't fart. If I did, they would smell like coconuts. Bye, Jason. Thank you for the love. Hola, Ricardo Moyano. Jess, send the super chat. Mr. Sweet 2B says, hi, is that a wig? No, it is perfect hair. You see, it is so perfect that you cannot tell that it is real. That's how you know it is good hair. Mr. Lookalike says, perfect goddesses don't fart, but you do. Nope. Stargazer says, I'm in Sacramento. Kesham says, in which country? You do not know where Los Angeles and Miami is. What planet are you on? Hola, Steve for truth. Hola, Mo Wilson. Hi, I can tell you something. Well, that you just did. 36 English says, do you like guys with big feet? Do you think I give a crap about someone's feet? I am a sugar baby. I just want your money. I don't care if you have 4 feet. I don't care if your feet are this small, this big. I don't care if you have feet like Shaq, okay? I met Shaq once, and his foot was the size of the coffee table. Te lo prometo. I met Shaquille O'Neal in a club in Florida, and he wanted to put me in his pocket. His shoe was the size of a coffee table. Thank you, Wang Li Fu. Send the super chat. Hola, Paul Brown. Mr. Lookalike says definitely not real hair. Well, I don't know what definitely not really hair means. A flower. Why didn't you send money? Gracias. Kesham says, I'm watching India. I figured. James says, okay, gracias, James. Send the super chat. Eric B says, LOL. Bitty bitty bam bam. That's what my heart sounds like when you send me money. Bitty bitty bam bam. Jesus said, what are you thinking about in your daily life? Money. How to get more money. Eating. A seafood tower. Hola, Jonathan. 36, Shaq got nothing on me, baby. Shaq has money. You just talk too much. Gracias for the heart, Steve. Gracias for the flower, Stargazer. Hola, Ikuter. Paul Brown says, you look nice every day. Gracias. Hola, Sasha. Do you support ICE? Get the hell out of my chat. I'm not a pendeja. What kind of Latina supports ICE? Puto. James C says, you're hilarious and beautiful. What a combo. Gracias. Some people think it is a mental illness. And by some people, I mean my mother. That is okay. It works for me, you know. They said that pretty girls and attractive people don't realize that they are ¿cómo se dice? Autistic, on the spectrum, coño. They don't realize that they were on the spectrum because they get treated like they're included in things. Even though they're weird and quirky and can't do regular things like regular, they're still included because they're cute. Joseph says, I love money too. I understand you, girl. Hola, Alex Peleo. Hola, Branding. 363 says, make that money for us, beautiful, so we can go to the Maldives. Make money for us. You are in the wrong live stream. Déjame decírtelo ahora. You are in the wrong live stream, okay? Because I do not give men money. Please. The only man I give money to is Jesus when I tithe. The rest of you men need to work. What a dusty. What a loser. I bet you're single. Hola, Rydell Billy. Gracias. Hola, Raf Borgo. Act more feminine and shy for me. Stop being loud. Act rich for me, Raf. Act rich. Send the super chat. Ego coin. Why didn't you send me millions? Ego coin. Why didn't you send me millions? Act more feminine and shy for me. Stop being loud. Stop being broke and annoying. Act more rich for me. 363 says, I'm single. If you are, no problem. I'm not interested in a dusty man who thinks I want to give him money. A flower. That doesn't sound like my bills are paid. A flower. That doesn't sound like my bills are paid. Joseph says, I'm 21, but in a few years, I'll definitely have a lot of money. So if I can, I'll call you then if you're still single. Oh, you guys are so funny. So, putties, make sure you join my Fang site. Espérate, did I say I'm live? Let me share this live. I don't think I said I was live. So just you guys, I got a new Fang site. It is pinned in the comments. Join it for exclusive contents of me, Racheta, of my cousin Hennessy, of Tia Marisa, of my cousin Hunter Darkside, the emo vampire that everybody likes. Why is Hunter Darkside becoming more popular than me? Baru, Connie the Crackhead, you know. You can get personalized content from me on that website. Como I will roast you. I will make fun of you. I will berate you. You can buy my chanclas. Ralph Burgos says you're triggering my masculinity and you're triggering my gag reflex. Hola, Sanfor. Shake it. Shake your wallet open, puto. I'm Ogang, whatever your name is. Girl, you are sus. Pfft, look at your name. I'm sus. Your name is like a cryptex. Please, pal carajo. 363 says, if I visit LA, I can get your couch for the week. We can spend quality time together. I will punch your esophagus. Shout out to Al Jones using the Hunter Dark Side emojis. Wow, Al Jones. I just realized before I said shout out, I should have checked what it was. I thought it was me. Hunter Darkside in my stream. Hola, Exhibit A. Hola, Blicky on a sticky. What Shahali? The whole thing I just said between your name and your comment just gave me a brain aneurysm. Sanfor, get out of here, Sanfor. You're annoying me. All these requests and you haven't said nothing. Another one, Exhibit A. Get out of here. I can make content on... Nobody cares about your content, James. Pal carajo. Al John says Hunter is the goat without wanting to be. Apparently, Hunter is the one. The one who insults, doesn't care, is miserable. The least sexy of the family. And everybody wants Hunter. "363, please punch me. Even the touch of your fist would excite me." I knew you were a loser. You're one of those masochist losers. You just want attention. Send some money. Lamed. What is lamed? Blicky on a sticky says, I almost fell in love with you. Gross. Hola, animal spirit. Hola, Milton. You like a tiger. Wrong animal. Cheetah. Jack Jones says, eat a cucumber, lames. If that is code for you are gay, congratulations. You go eat a cucumber. You go eat a cucumber. Hola, Uncle Rhino. Messi or Ronaldo, who is better? Who are these people? I don't even know what that is. Hola, David. So, welcome to Racheta Rants, where I complain about things like men who act like 363 English. I don't want attention, but you're very attractive. I wouldn't have stayed in your stream if I didn't think so. Gee, what an honor. A dusting man wants to stay in my live and get attention talking to me about nonsense. Milton says, okay, Cheetah, exactamente. Eric B says, I'm going to... I'm back. YouTube, you better get it together. I'm going to upload profile picture just for you. So anyway, where was I? Ay, Dios mío. I don't remember. So, who is ready for SummerSlam this weekend? I love wrestling. You would not expect that because, you know, I look like Sofia Vergara and J-Lo had a baby. They're my tias and they're jealous of me, by the way. But I am excited for SummerSlam. Blicky on a sticky says, not me. You don't watch wrestling. What is Blicky on a sticky? ¿Qué carajo es eso? My thingy always sticky. I'm gonna kick you out of my life. Uncle Rhino says, Yasin Chukukuku, is that your type of mang, messy bodyguard? I don't have a type of mang. My type of mang is rich. Mr. Lookalike says, I just farted so hard. Wow. Hola, Patrick Stofa. Hola, Grey Dave. James says, I hope you find some idiot to give you all his money. I have found several. Thank you, James. You didn't know, says Texas, I'll be your Shawn Michaels. I think I'm cute. I know I'm sexy. Blicky on his sticky says, dang, what about poor guys with rich hearts? I don't care about the heart, okay? You could be like the Grinch and have no heart and I wouldn't care. I'm like the Grinch. Eric B says she can have all of my money. Thank you, Eric. Hola, White Wolf. I need to be chewed out by a Latina. This is one of my turn-ons. Dios mío. Do you see what I'm saying? Plenty of men will give you money and you don't have to even have to spend time with them. Essie says, ignore the kiddies. The only thing that excites them is a guy with big hairy knuckles opening Pokemon cards. You are not wrong. You are not wrong. Make sure you guys are giving me likes. Make sure you are subscribing to the channel. By the way, I uploaded a video of a sociopath and a psychopath. The talk show I host with my friend Angie. We hosted the VMAs. Our VMAs. And you can watch it for free here on YouTube if you go to my last video. Jesse James says, I just got paid. Where do I send the money? The Cash App is in the bio, Jesse James. It is the same name as my YouTube. $, the new queen of comedy. 363 English says, what's your name? Racheta Puñeta Chancleta with the tetas. Al John says, Anna Nicole Smith was your inspiration. Of course, she is an icon. I don't know why there's not a statue of her somewhere. I don't know how come they don't have a big statue or Anna Nicole's face in Mount Rushmore. Hola, dummy bug. Please take all of my money to your majesty. Okay, send it. Hurry up. The Cash App's in the bio. It is the same name as my YouTube. Go to the link that is pinned there, James C. It's true, Al Jones. Did you think she married that old man that looked like a dying ball sack for love? Please. He was loaded. Exactamente, Gray Dave. He was loaded, okay? That is the only reason she stayed with that man. Do you think she wanted to be with him because she loved him? Blakey on his sticky says Jess. 363 says, if I was in LA, I showed you a good time, no BS. No, you wouldn't, because you just talk a lot. You haven't sent a super chat. You haven't come to the Fang site. You haven't sent a Cash App. You haven't done nothing. You haven't joined the membership. You're just talking a lot. You'd probably want to take me somewhere like Chili's. Eric B says, trolls are slow. Blicky on his sticky says, wait, look, I know what we can do. Hola, cheeseburger. What shore did you wash up from, Snooki? Snooki? Snooki wishes. A dying ball sack is hilarious. It is the truth, Al Jones. Hola, Ben Liam. Blicky on his sticky says, we can fall in love and we can tag team that old man. I don't know what you mean by we can tag team that old man, but I am a virgin. Thank you for the super chat, Al Jones. James says he just wants to talk. Jess, he just wants to talk. Oh, we can have a great time. No. Do you know how I have a great time? You prove it to me. I will have a great time if you prove. You have to show me why I would have a great. You have to do something besides talk about it, okay? Have you ever had a business meeting and someone is just talking about all these ideas and then years go by and months go by and nothing ever happens? Ben Liam says, I am a virgin. Jess. James says, send money, no talking idiots. 363 guys, truth is I got the movie star looks for her. You guys not on my level. You got the movie star looks for me. Espérate. Let's see these movie star looks you are claiming. You look like a guy who hosts Storage Wars movie star looks. Certified Quality says, Bang, just find the massage spa. Happy ending. There you go. Hola, Michael Cortez. Obleato Archive says, Hola, mommy. What's your idea of a good time? You send me money. And I say, thank you. James C says, Storage Wars. Exactamente. Damn beautiful. Exactamente. Michael says, LOL Storage Wars. Thank you, Eric B, for James. No, you cannot send money on his behalf. It doesn't work like that. Bang Liam says, I'm saving myself for the right one. Wow. A star is born and her name is Racheta. Thank you, Michael. Sorry, I have to take a screenshot of all the gifts so I can give you guys a shout out. I thought YouTube would show it to me. And it does not. Sparkle, sparkle. Espérate. Where are the gifts? Where are the gifts? Stargazer sang flowers. There he is. And then Michael Cortez. Sparkles. Blicky on his sticky says, we appreciate it. Ben Liam says, I'm saving myself for the right one. Michael Cortez says, do you remember me? Of course I do, Michael. Hola. James says, thanks, Eric. You got the idea. Everyone send money for me. 363 says, I just don't like Storage Wars. I was naive enough to think it wasn't scripted. It's a TV show. Everything in TV is scripted to some extent. James says, lots of money, fellas. Hola, Clive Black Sheep. Eric B says, you're welcome, James. Why are people thanking grown men for sending me money? You don't get credit for it. Even though Eric B said you don't get credit for it. James says she deserves it. Hola, Mason Ridgewell. I'm saving myself for pizza. Wow. What kind of pizza? You know, I made some reservations at this Italian restaurant, and they have this like pizza that has like eggplant in it, mushroom, pepperonis, sausage, peppers. It was so good. James says it's offered you, Sugar Mama. Sugar Mama. Sugar Mama. I cannot even say it. I cannot even say Sugar Mama. Oof. Do you really want to hurt me? Don't act like you don't like it. I do not like it. I don't want to be a sugar mama. I don't want to give a man nothing. Nothing but my attention and being eye candy. I don't work, okay? I exist. I'm just getting a little drinky drink. A little green tea per usual. So anyway, I'm very excited about this new Fang site, okay? You guys always want more racheta, now you can get it. And I think I'm gonna get rid of Patreon. Hola, Jorang. 363 says, I take you for Italian spaghetti. I don't even like spaghetti. Do you see what I'm saying? Machismo. You're ordering for me. I don't like spaghetti. It's messy. I take you for Italian spaghetti. We each start on the same piece at different ends until our lips meet like two dogs. Por favor. Lady and the Tramp. White Wolf says, why are my bad words and name calling mommy? ¿Qué? Page says, attention and eye candy. Exactamente. Al John says, wait, do you mean to tell me that you made reservations? Not the old ass sugar pop. YouTube, you are pissing me off, YouTube. YouTube is pissing me off with this live nonsense. Anyway, Al Jones, yes, I make reservations. I don't cook. I can make a phone call or go to a website. White Wolf says, like I said, I wanted to be chewed out by a Latina. Where's my abuse? Go to the link that is pinned. And you can literally be roasted and abused. 363, beautiful as English men are sophisticated. Hola, Wang Lifu, you are turning me on. Turn it off. I'm kicking you out. Tanka, taka, 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 tanka, 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 taka, 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 tanka, tanka. It is the truth. So who needs advice? I know you people, you know, especially you 363. Why don't you ask me a question that might help you to attract a woman that will actually be interested in you? Ashima says your age 747. Wang Lifu says I like this personality. Gracias. It is the personality I was born with. Even when I was a little girl, I would make the boys give me their toys. Oh, do you want to play? Give me your toys. And then when I started going to school, I would give them one number from my phone number every time they did my homework. Just one. Okay, you did the math homework. 4. Gracias. Oh. Wow, you did my English term paper. 7. David says, hello from Florida. Hope you are having a beautiful day. Hola, David from Florida. What part of Florida? Wang Lifu says, damn, LOL. I come of a line of beautiful Latinas. 363 says, why would I ask such a beautiful lady a question when I have all the answers to make her happy? You have literally made me upset because you have done nothing for me but talk. Hola, Mutar Diop. Hola, Ricky. David says Daytona Beach. I've been to Daytona Beach. You know, when I was a go-go dancer, before I fell into the world of scamming, I went to the bike weeks. I used to do the bike week events in Daytona. Those white people are crazy. The white people in Daytona Beach are crazy. They'll just stay outside all day and night drinking beers and hanging out around their bikes. They're not even driving the bikes. They're not even going anywhere. They're just hanging out around the bikes, drinking beers, eating hot wings all day and night, listening to rock music. 363, the world of scamming. Yes, the world of, until I fell into the family business. My abuela was Griselda Blanco. Isn't it obvious? Hola, Mojito. Why did you spell it like that? Mason says, shout out to all the scammers. Where are my scamming ass sucias at? Spend their money fast. 20, 50s, 100s cash. Go in their Goya bag. 3636, that was a really good series. Underboss says, if she's not toxica, she ain't for me, she's for the streets. Al John says, besides taking money from old people and dudes in general, you don't cook, not to sound sexist. What can you do, Racheta? I exist, I'm beautiful, I'm great company, I'm very entertaining. You know, one. Why is this drop? This live has dropped like 4 times already. It's only been an hour. Anyway, Al John says, what can you do, Racheta? Yes, so I'm very entertaining, very beautiful. I can have conversations. I'm a good liar, you know, so I can help close deals. Sometimes I go to business meetings with my sugar daddies and I help them to close business deals just by being there, you know. Generation says you are beautiful. Gracias. Aljon says okay. Bradley Instructor says you are indeed not beautiful lady. You are delirious. Bradley, the comments are detected that is a lie. The comment section is saying that is a lie. Pal carajo, Bradley, you're gay. Shut your voice. It's making my cat lose their shit. Maybe they're losing their shit because they live with you. Clocket says what a crazy woman. Thank you. Mason says YouTube is bugging so much. Bradley says you are Muslim, good liars in the description. I am not Muslim. I am Christian. I believe in Jesus. I have to believe in Jesus. If I was Muslim, they would chop my head off if I was Muslim. Please. Imagine a Muslim dressed like this, scamming men for money. They'd hang me like a flag. I have to believe in Jesus. I have no salvation without him. Por favor. 363, what the F, YouTube? You're messing up mine and Racheta's powerful chemistry. Chemistry, and in a sense, it's going to explode. Generation, YouTube doesn't care what you think. Apparently, you do. Al John says, YouTube doesn't do this to Hunter, might I add. Just saying, Racheta. Hola, Cherry Blair Witch. Wangley Fu says, stand up one time. No, you have not sent me money. You haven't sent me money. You haven't sent me super chats. You haven't sent me a gift. You haven't purchased a membership. I'm not standing up for free. Gray Dave says, what kind of man has a cat? A gay one. Al Jones, shout out to Al Jones using the Racheta emoji. If you want access to my emojis and exclusive contents right here on YouTube, join the memberships. You get exclusive photos, post videos. But the new hub, where I'm going to have everything and you can have personal experiences and DM me, is in the link that is pinned. Correct. Exactamente, Great Dave. See, that is something that you're going to know about me, okay? The more you come to my live streams and you see when people try to insult me, it doesn't work, okay? I have a comeback for everyone. And if I can't think of one, I block you. 363 says, I don't need you to stand up. Okay. What the hell is that, Al Jones? Why do I have the red circle with a line? And Hunter has a green check. Shout out to Al Jones for the super chats. 07 May Song Jam says, I'm a big fan of Jew. Really? Prove it. Eric B says, make me a moderator. I don't need moderators right now, Eric B. Gracias. When I do, I will definitely consider it because you have been here for a while. I need to put some air on. It is hot. It's probably just me. YouTube is trying my life today. YouTube is trying my life today. Eric B says, okay, beautiful of Junimi, I got you. Gracias. Mar-a-Lago Spectrum says, God bless you, but the sound that comes out of that mouth, I please no more, por favor. If you don't like it, trumpet, hit the X and F off, carajo. Boozer says, I can smell the tuna. Yeah, because you ate your sister's scooter last night. Carlos Hernandez says, you have the face of a warrior. Yes, a warrior of Dusty Meng. Dusty broke incels. You're right. I have defeated them all. I cannot with this live stream today, carajo. Why is it dropping so much? Maybe I need to close this out. Jerry Hayes says, I like it. You like what? Ivika Cotelesa says, don't shout at me. I am not shouting, I am Latina. There is a difference. Do you want me to shout? I can shout. So nobody has a question. Nobody needs relationship advice from Racheta. Mar-a-Lago says, and the voice of a cackling crow. Do you have the brain of a crow? 363 says, Racheta, so when we gonna Netflix and chill? I would never Netflix and chill with anyone, especially Jew. Okay, that is a free day. That is the equivalent of going on a walk. Do you want to go on a walk? No. Spend money, loser. Jerry Hay says, Jew. Wang Lifu says, no, because you don't want to stand up, because you're not sending money. I don't stand up for free. I don't even leave my house for free. Certified Quality says, how on earth you're single but you're a catch? Who said I'm single? I have a roster of sugar daddies, okay? I have my main sugar daddy. He's basically my boyfriend. But I have a roster. Aljon says, come on, Racheta, advice to us men that you hate or despise. That's a trick question. I hate broke men. Broke men who talk a lot and do nothing for me. I don't hate all men, just the broke ones. There is a difference, you know. Ruben Trujillo says, do you need another boyfriend? I don't need another boyfriend, I need money. You can send it to the Cash App, that's pinned, or send the super chat. Wang Li Fu says, Wang Li, don't take advice for free. LOL, so I like you. You have aura about yourself. Carry on. Jerry Hay says, I got you. Let's see it then, Jerry. My Cash App name is the same as my YouTube. Al Jones says, I live in Brooklyn. I am severely broke. Well, maybe you're right. I'm gonna lose my shit with this live today. Lobo says next Friday. Ay, Dios mío. That is a sign of a broke man. We can take you the next week when I get paid. Get out of my face. Wasting my time. 363 says, I get called a broken man because I break beds. Oh my goodness, I bet you are a virgin. Delden says, I bet you can make your lips touch your nose. LOA, they look fake. Do you think my lips are fake? Thank you, they are not. Hola, Chumache. Our job says, do you know who doesn't care about that, Racheta? Who doesn't care about what? Hola, Mike77. YouTube fix up for real. I don't know what is happening. It is pissing me off. Do you know who doesn't care about that, Racheta? Hunter Darkside. Hunter Darkside doesn't care about Hunter Darkside either. Hunter Darkside cares about nothing. She just wants to be a vampire. She finally got on the OnlyFans site. And she's going to be on the site that is pinned there. She says she don't like OnlyFans because the guys are too perverted and broke and talk too much. This one, they have to spend money. Mike77 says, do you remember me? I do. I do remember you. Al Jones says, true. She turned 18 and finally took my advice. I said, Hunter, start using your pretty privilege. For some reason, weirdos are attracted to you. Take advantage of it. Take advantage of it, Hunter. I'm just trying to be the good big cousin. I told her, just wear your vampire wings or whatever it is. She's like, I can't do that. It's secret identity. It's not for the internet, my vampire form. Whatever, get a cosplay costume. Hola, Jefferson. Hello, my favorite spicy Latina. What up? I finally caught alive. Yes, welcome, Jefferson. Hopefully, this time it stays because the live streams have been dropping all day, the whole time. Mike77 says, a girl's gotta eat. Speaking of gotta eat, what are you guys doing for dinner today? I feel like wings. I feel like having wings tonight. And a seafood tower. Does Buffalo Wild Wings have seafood towers? I've never been there. Where do you think, what place do you think has the best wings? Hot wings. Hola, Scameli. Jefferson says, we know not to give a spicy Latina her way. Mike77 says Puerto Rican food. That is not hot wings. Al Jones says she has her own comic besides other old dudes' bank info and cheetah print outfits and injure words existing. What dude you got? Excuse me, I have a culo that doesn't quit, number one. Number two, I have a talk show that is streaming an OFTV, Really TV, and is now on YouTube. I have a brand. By the way, the merch is tagged here in the live stream. Get your Getting Ready to Live merch starring George Truly and my best friend Angie. You know Angie from Jersey, my best friends, and the co-host, the co-host to Sociopath and the Psychopath. That is our merch. We are entrepreneurs. Okay? I have performed in big comedy clubs. Believe it or not, Racheta has done comedy at the Laugh Factory in Hollywood. That's what I have. Scott says, I'm from North Carolina. Oh, I see. Nobody has answered my question about who has the best wings. If anybody has a family member that works for YouTube, send me their information. Porque yo no sé qué carajo está pasando con esta maldita live stream, que me sigue bajando el servicio. Pero que me tiene harta con esta mierda. Jefferson says, where are you from, Spicy? Don't call me Spicy. Miami. I'm Puerto Rican and Guatemalan from Miami. I'm currently in my cousin's ghetto apartment filled with poverty and sadness in California. Popcorn ceilings. I can hear the neighbors fart. The porch is not screened in. Ay. Panel floors. Ay. I can't. Do you know the saddest thing that has ever happened to me? As I was a little girl, and this is when my mother was broke. Okay, this is why I am the way I am. Okay, growing up in poverty will change your life. My mother was broke, and she got me, I wanted Adidas shoes. Do you know the Adidas? She got me the ones from Payless, and I'm walking around in class, you know, mad I have to wear these shoes, and one of the kids says, "You are missing a stripe." Ow! Ow! Ay, Dios mío, the embarrassment. You are missing a stripe. And I told my mother, this is why I will never buy a shoe from Payless again in my life. I will work hard or find a man who will work hard for me and figure it out, because I cannot with a fake Adidas. Dios mío, que yo no puedo. Mike 7 says, Wingstop. Mason says, you got a new partner? Wow, amazing. I thought you would be single forever. Al John says, in my opinion, Wild Wings. Jefferson says, cutting in and out. 36, I can't answer. I'm from UK. Mason says, you got a new partner. What are you talking about? Robert says, I'm beautiful. Hi, Robert. Jesse James says, somebody's dropping your internet. Jefferson says, I'll call YouTube, give them a peace of mind. Please do. Al John says, you know, you bash Steph's script all the time, yet you're there quite often. I'm trying to help her get her life together. Mike 7 says, popcorn ceilings. It is so sad. Jabit says, lots of wind noise. Can you turn the fan down? It is the air conditioner. It's hot. Aljon says, not the Nike Aztecs. I'm surprised. Aljon says, Payless still around? No, right? I don't know. I hope not. They should have burned it to the ground. Hola, here to the streets. The microphone is choppy again. YouTube really needs to get their shit together. They're pissing me off. Cabrones. The lives are dropping. The microphone is weird. This is ridiculous. Are we back to normal or qué? Zaza says, hello, Olivia Banks sing Law and Order Special Victims Unit. I don't know who that is. Mike 7 says, I like LA, I don't get the hate. The thing about LA is certain parts are nice, ¿verdad? Pero the thing about it is they're too expensive. Even the nice ones are too expensive because it's not that nice. If you ever look at Blueface, the rapper, he bought $1 million house in Los Angeles. It is ghetto. It looks like a ghetto regular. It is nothing fancy, nothing special. It looks old, and it is not a $1 million value home. Do you know what I'm saying? But then on the flip side, if you are not in the nice area where everything is very expensive and like the Beverly Hills, super nice areas, it's ghetto everywhere. Pretty much everywhere you go, it's going to be ghetto. How many times has this happened that it keeps dropping? Coño. Anyway, I saw, what is his name? Ben something, I think his name is. He is the Jewish guy who has like a talk show. He had a network with Candace, what's her face? Ben Shapiro. Ben Shapiro was talking about how in his nice building that he lived in Hollywood or whatever carajo he was, that he came outside and there was a dead guy who overdosed on drugs just in front of his house. Just, good morning, I'm taking my kids to school. There is a dead guy. It's like GTA out here in real life. It's crazy. So I think he moved to Florida. A star is born and her name is Racheta. Thank you for the star, Jay. Mike 77 says, I hear West Hollywood is pretty nice. I mean, maybe some parts. Jesse James says that's normal. Yes, it's normal out here, which is very sad. Hola, Sherlock Fields. Crazy business. Jay says, I loved your energy, for real, for real. Gracias, Jay. Send the super chat. So if you guys send the super chat, you can get a shout. You're gonna get a shout out. You can ask me a question. Or I can roast your profile. As long as you have a picture or a video or something, I can roast. That reminds me, join my new Fang site. It is a new platform. I'm very excited about it. The link is pinned there. It is Passes. Passes is like Patreon on crack, and OnlyFans had a baby. A flower? That doesn't smell like money. Thank you for the flower, Sherlock. Jefferson says hair looking good today. Thanks, Jude. You know, it looks so good that people think it is a wig. A gold coin. I'm not Irish. I'm Boricua. Willie Mills says, can you make chili relleno? I don't cook, Willie. Good night, Jay. Thank you for showing up. Jess. So what else? Sir Keith says, Latina Peggy from Married with Children. That is a good cosplay idea for me. Love and marriage, love and marriage. I would never want to do either of it. Tan, ka, tan, can, tan, tan. Love and marriage, pero... Thank you for the super chats, Mike. Love and marriage. Anytime I marry someone, it's to get on the will. And they're usually very old, near death. I have my ways. Willie Mill says she don't cook, no ring. Oh, did you think I want a ring from you? You are funny, Willie Mills. She don't cook, no ring. Oh, no. The man who is just talking in my chat and has done nothing for me doesn't want to marry me because I don't cook. Whoa. I'm so sad. Watermelon. Gracias, Sherlock. I love watermelon. Watermelon mojito. Chef's kiss. Jefferson says, that's true. Loving marriage, you would be good at that. Al Jones says, Jesus Christ. Do not use the Lord's name in vain, Al Jones. A ver, ¿qué más? Jess, I could be like Peggy Bondi. Mike77 says, I bet you can please a man better than Peggy. No, I'd be worse because I'm a virgin. They don't have access to my cucaracha. You can look at my feet. That's what you get. You get to look at my goddess feet. Jefferson says, watch comments. I'm still a mop boss. That is a janitor. Are you saying you are a janitor? Jefferson. Jess. Oh, John says, I'm sorry. For what? You don't have to apologize to me. You know who you have to apologize to. Tiny Jesus. Tony Tingle says, damn baby, you're single. No. I have a roster of sugar daddies, but my favorite sugar daddy is like my boyfriend. Mike77 says, act this to your cockroach. No, not cockroach, cucaracha. There is a difference. I think it is so funny when men come in here. Oh, damn, baby, you're single. What if I said Jess? What would you do? What would come up if I said, Jess, I am single? What would you do? Let's play Shark Tank for dating. Tang, 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 tang. Hola, sharks, I'm Racheta, and you want to date me, so why? And Al Jones says, and to the big man upstairs too. Exactamente, Al Jones. Tan, 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 tan. Hola, Anthony G from Texas. How are you? Okay, so we only had one person. I think they said Wild Wings and Wingstop. There's no other wing places. So wing places are for the poverty driven. Wingstop. Levechino says, well, look who it is, Miss Erky. ¿Qué carajo es Erky? Lulu says Hooters. You know, I worked at Hooters for a little bit, and they do have good wings. I used to like the really extra hot ones, breaded, and their buffalo shrimp. Volker says, nice wig. It is not a wig, it's real hair. What kind of wig has split ends? See that? Real hair. Anthony G says, good watching Jew. Very good. Anthony G, what is your favorite place to get wings from? Lulu says, I bet you looked great in your uniform. Of course. Of course I did. Mike77 says, there's a place in Central Florida called Winking. Anthony G says, breaded are the best. Now I want Hooters wings. And buffalo shrimp. I did. I was a waitress at Hooters. And I used to do the bikini contest. That was part of the job. Isn't that weird? But it was fun. And then I remember they had a little poster in the restaurant I worked at. Hurricane Wings, get it. Hooters or Pluckers? I don't know what Pluckers are. I've never heard of that place. Was it mandatory? The bikini contest? No, it wasn't. But you know what was mandatory? And that is when I was like, Hooters needs a union. Okay, because you have to shuck the oysters. Excuse me, I am not a man. That is a man's job, cutting shells. I wouldn't do it. I will go to the back and tell the chef to do it for me. Lulu says cash prize. Yes, I think it was like $1,000 and you got a magazine spread. I did, Mike. Hooters should be beneath Juicy. Well, now it is. You know, now that I've learned the ways of scamming and being a sugar baby professionally. Yes. But back then, I didn't know better. I had to learn the ways. You know, it is like a Jedi. They go into the forest, they train. Some old guy comes along. Mira, this is how you do it. It's the truth. Lulu says it was a stepping stone. Exactamente. And that's when I met all the old men. And I was like, oh, these old guys are giving me money just to sit here and talk to them. Come have lunch with us. Sit down. Putting hundreds on the tables for me to eat wings with them. Okay. This is easy. This is better than waitressing, you know? And that's kind of where it started too. That was my, what is it called? My villain origin story. Started with the viejitos at Hooters who would give me money to sit down and eat with them. Kuaku says, hola Kuaku. The quiet one says, would you pretend to play guitar with a leather jacket on in public as a dare? No. John says, so you tell us poor folks, speaking for myself, no offense guys, what's a good expensive spot that just so happens to serve wings, Breakdown? Oh, I don't know. That is why I was asking you guys. Because the only time I've seen wings at a nice place is like random, like restaurants in Vegas. They might have wings. I think STK has wings. That's about it. Wings are not like fancy restaurant foods. Jefferson says, you beautiful women can do that more over to you. ¿Qué? You didn't know, says in America, those are called prostitutes. No, they're not prosties because I'm not giving my cucaracha for attention or money. The prosties give the cucaracha. I don't. I'm a virgin. Okay? There's the difference. Hola, doctor. Levicino is laughing because he knows. Hola, Matt Steiner. Hey, daughter, it's Papa. I loved you, but you have to move out by the end of the day. No. Aljo says, do you guys have Roof Chris out there? Oh, just Roof Chris. They have wings, I think. I'm pretty sure they do. So welcome to the live stream, everybody. I'm Racheta Puñeta Chancleta with the Tetas, your favorite toxica, here to complain and rant, to answer your questions. Send a super chat to skip the line. If you have a profile picture or a video, I will roast your profile as well. And you get a shout out here in my community posts. I will tag you. And you get a permanent shout out on my community posts. Mike77 says, winking has grape drink and orange drink with the wings. I have never heard of winking. Levicino says, chat, if Queen of Comedy says she was single, then what would y'all do about it? That's what I'm saying. Everyone is just talking. Talk, 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 talk. I'm looking up winking. Do you work for them? You're really pushing this winking thing, you know? I didn't get a topic. In Tampa. Ah. Oh, apparently they have one in LA. Winking LA. I don't know if that is the same. Let's see. Winking of Fletcher. Oh my goodness, these wings look delicious. Oh, Jess. Oh, Jess. Racheta, I want some chicken wings. Do you know what it is? Jay Uso was talking about it. I think he was talking about Wingstop has a deal. And I thought, oh, wings. But I am not willing to go to Wingstop and wait in line. Ugh. Al John says, I have a woman, so I can't answer that. But if I was single, I would run my ass off. You are smart, Al Jones. Jesse Jane says, where's that? Apparently in Tampa. Levicino says, DoorDash some wings. So they can be soggy and cold and half eaten. You know, I seen a video of someone doing Uber Eats or something. And because he didn't like the tip, he ate half of the order. Excuse me, but the tip is a bonus. Although one thing I cannot stand is when people don't tip. As somebody who was a server for a very temporary time at Hooters, you have to tip. Not that it was a problem for me. I've seen the ugly girls not get tipped and I was like, ay, bendito, you know. Pero you have to tip. It is, I don't care. If the food, even if the food is gross, it's not the waiter's fault. It's not the waiter's fault. Apex says, you're not my real mom. No, I'm nobody's mom except for Chewy's. Levicino says, what is a reasonable tip for Jew? It depends. I am generous. I usually do like $20 depending on how much it is. If it is a very expensive restaurant, then I would tip. Well, my sugar daddy would tip $100 minimum. Hola, Francisco. Hola, Isi. Could be my mommy. No, she couldn't. I'm a virgin. Impossible. Imposible. Jesse James says it's Chewy around. He's sleeping somewhere. Chewy! Chewy, come say hello to YouTube. Hola, Doc Smart. Hola, Patrick. Hello, my gorgeous Latina mama. Hi, sweetie. How are you, Patrick? We're talking about wings. What is your favorite wing place, Patrick? Ora says 15 to 20% is normal. But how restaurants get away without paying minimum wages beyond? But how restaurants get away without paying minimum wages beyond me? Hola, Izzy Rodriguez. Gracias. Hola, Joshua Hall. What's your best life advice? Think with your bank account, not your heart. Al John says, you drive, I drive, but for the sake of convo, since you brought up tips, do you tip Uber drivers? Of course. I don't take Ubers, but if I were to, I would. I don't trust Ubers. I took an Uber one time, and this pendejo takes the craziest route because he needed to stop for gas. Yes, excuse me, Habibi. We're not doing this. You're not going to take me to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre gas station in the middle of Carajo land. SKS says 2,090,000. Okay, what is the point of this? Mike says, I will send you some winkings. I'll send them to the store. Joshua says, you definitely deserve a sub. That made me laugh. Thanks. You're welcome, Joshua Hall. Al John says, even if it's a close drop-off, what do you mean? I don't like it. Or it says, all my favorite wings are at places like Irish pubs or sports bars. Yes, that's what I was thinking. Sports bars, that's where they have their wings. By the way, reminder to everyone, I have a new Fang site platform. It is pinned here in the comments. You guys can follow me for free. Okay? But you need to subscribe to get the content that is on the wall. Exclusive Racheta content. You can get roasted by me. You can buy my chanclas and my socks and stuff. You can get advice from me. It's also going to have Hennessy is on there. Tia Marisa, Hunter Darkside is on there. Everyone is on there. It is a big family reunion. SK says Pablo Escobar. You're just saying things. Al John says sports bars do have the best wings. I agree. Junaid Khan, hola. EC says called him out. Called who out? Who did I call out? Hola, Slyback. Mike 77 says, I grew up in Buffalo. You guys don't know wings. Do you know, when I was little, I thought buffalo wings were from buffaloes. I didn't know that buffalo's wings were from Buffalo, New York. I thought maybe they had wings under all their fur. Al John says, shout outs to Hunter. She's my spirit animal and don't know it or care either. I'm going to tell her you called her a she and she's going to put a spell on you. She's going to turn you into a crow. Watch. I'm going to tell her. I'm going to tell her now. I'm going to send her a message. At Al Jones _ BKLYN, because typing Brooklyn was too much effort, says, she's my spirit animal, and I don't know it or care either. Mike77 says Buffalo, New York. Yes. And also, did you guys know that blue cheese is mold? How come? So I don't understand. So if the mold is white and fuzzy and disgusting, it's delicious and you put it in cheese. But if it is black and on your ceilings or your walls, it can kill you. This world is set up for failure. Al John says, that's right, she's, in her voice, non-binary. Well, you called her a she. Send a super chat, Charlie. Hyperslap says, cheese is mold. All cheese is mold. Al John says, didn't know you were such a tattletale, Racheta. I am not a tattletale. I just have my cousin's back. Hyperslap, you didn't know. I didn't know. Mr. Holiday says, antibiotics are mold, honey. Antibiotics are mold too? Do you see what I'm saying? So how come we don't just eat all the mold? Hola, Chris Falls. You look like a Roblox character. Thank you. Is there one that scams Richmond? Oh, so I got this book from TikTok Shop. Bang. I thought it would be good since I'm always mean. Let me read some of it to you. It is called Say It Right Every Time. Turn everyday talk into impactful communication. How to master communication skills and talk effectively. Let's see. From people pleasing to owning your own voice. Scarboy says, are you trans? I know that's what you're looking for because you're closeted, but no. From people pleasing to owning your own voice. Taking the first steps towards speaking authentically. Many of us have fallen into a habit of people pleasing. Saying that we think others want to hear. Avoiding conflict and putting others' needs ahead of your own. Not me. It's a common survival skill learned early in life, often driven by the desire to be liked or accepted. I don't care if you like me, I want your money. But while pleasing others can feel safe, it comes at a cost. Your true thoughts and feelings stay hidden over time, and you may feel frustrated, resentful, or even lost. The good news, moving from people pleasing to owning your own voice doesn't have to be a giant leap. It starts with small, intentional steps toward expressing yourself honestly and respectfully. It says, recognize your people-pleasing patterns. Ajot says, the music in your head says hello. Since you were dancing just a second ago, that's an ode to Hunter. User J says, my favorite Latina is back. Hola, User J. Hyperslap says, I'm needed the gasoline for my car. Mike77 the topic crowd work comedians. Ay, Dios mío, don't get me started. Hola, Ashes of Astar. You kind of look like Edna from the Incredible movie. You're gorgeous, though. I don't know who that is. The first step is awareness. Notice when you say yes automatically. Soften your opinions or avoid saying what you really think just to keep the peace. Common signs include agreeing even when you disagree inside, changing your story to please different people, feeling anxious about disappointing others. I cannot relate to this. Avoiding difficult conversations at all costs. Awareness isn't about guilt, it's about recognizing habits so you can gently shift them. This was dumb, forget it. I don't agree with none of that. Crowd work comedians, they're pissing me off. Because here is the thing, you cannot make your whole set is crowd work. Hey, how long have you guys been together? Where are you from? What's that shirt? What are you doing for work? Are you guys shut up. Where are the jokes, puto? I spent $25 and there's a 2-drink minimum for you to talk shit. For you to be gabaganzing with people. Where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? Hola, Sam Sugori. Mike77 says, I loved your take. Hola, Gokan. It is true, Enter the Streets and Jesse James. I'm telling you. Where are you from? How long have you been living here? 45 minutes of this. You know, it is okay to sprinkle it in. You can sprinkle a little, you know, a little sprinkle here and there. Okay, you know, maybe when you get on stage. When I have performed comedy, believe it or not, I'm a professional. When I perform comedy, I do a little bit. I look at the crowd before I go on stage and I see people and I'm like, they look like this, so I'm gonna say that. Or the venue, you can roast the venue. And then I get into my stuff. The whole show is not me. What about the Yankees? Give me some tomates. Give me tomatoes right now. Mike77 says, I'm dying. What do you do for work? It is so stupid. Whoa, how long have you been? Are you married? How did you meet? We cannot even hear the audience at that too. That's the funny part. A lot of the times you go to these things where they're doing the crowd work, you cannot even hear what the audience is saying to the comedian. So they're just having a conversation and you're just in the background like, I want a refund. Hola, user UQ. Oh, you're so beautiful. You're very pretty, wonderful dream queen. Your thumb with a heart. Okay, gracias. Hola, Jeremy for you. Can we get a 360? No, can you send me $360? Mike77 says yes, 2 or 3 minutes is okay. That's too much. 2 max. All right, let's try this book again. Oh, here's some examples. Let's go to the examples. Emotional connection. I don't have this. Responding when someone denies what they said. A basic expression would be, then tell me what you said. A mature expression would be, that's what I heard. What is the difference? Okay. What to say when they mocked you for, quote, needing help. Basic expression, I don't need help, mind your own business. A mature expression, I need someone who is helpful. When someone says, you're imagining things, a basic expression would be, oh, so now I'm just crazy, huh? A mature expression would be, I do not imagine facts. What to say when someone misunderstands you? A basic expression, that's not what I said. A mature expression, what did you hear? I don't like this book. Don't get it. Hola, Dantes. Juicer says, please, thank you, so great, Tom. What is Tom? I feel like I've seen that in a Thai restaurant menu. Tom. Isn't that a soup? Tom Guy or something like that? Hola, Chipley. Chipty Great. What's up, mamas? The leopard print dress looks good on you. Thank you. This is my signature look. If I am not wearing my money dress, I'm going to be wearing cheetah print. Dante says, how are you, queen? You funny. You said don't get the book. I mean, if you want, this says to say it right every time, but this goes against everything I believe. How to be less emotionally reactive? No, charge it up. Let silence be okay. Sometimes. Prepare lightly, but don't script. I have entire conversations before I have conversations. Oh, here, I'm going to read this to some of the guys here in the chat. Is how to flirt over text without coming off as cringe. 363, if you are still in here, Junitas. Flirting over text can be tricky. Without tone of voice or body language, what you think is charming might come off as awkward or worse, overbearing. But when done right, texting can create just enough spark to move things forward, maybe even land you at first or second date in a text. The key? Playful confidence, emotional presence, and a good sense of timing. No, wrong. Send her money. That is the right way. Hola, Misty. Chip to Jen says no, charge it up. Exactamente. Hola, Juicer. Oh, Mesteri, I'm available. Okay. Hola, Martin Tus. Yeah, none of that, okay? Listen to Racheta. Send her money. Do you want a second date? Do you know I had such a good time? And I thought you were so beautiful and I enjoyed your company so much. I wanted to treat you even after our date. Here is a Apple Pay, Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, whatever it is, of $100 extra for you to go get a manicure on me for our next date. Boom, that is smooth. You're telling her that you want to take her on another date while giving her a gift before she even accepts. She's gonna say yes. Jesse says not just money, a big bag of money. You are getting it. Mike77 says, who are Archeta's least favorite comment? First of all, it's Racheta. Think ratchet with an A at the end. Racheta. 2 T's and an A at the end. My least favorite comic, Trevor Noah. Hola, Januar. I don't get how he got his own talk show. I really don't. Ese Trevor Noah, que jodienda. Oh, am I funny because I talk in this accent? No, you are not. I'm Trevor Noah and I think I'm a Nepo baby. Nobody cares. I don't even know who his parents are. How did he get this job? Coño. Yeah, I just go against everything in this book. This one says make an exit without killing the mood. If I'm making an exit, it's to let you know that I want to leave. I don't care about killing the mood. I'm leaving. Mine is Tom Segura. This one says how to respond to compliments in a way that connects. Hola, Nuggies. Mike77 says, good one, he sucks. Lily says, which one of you raised Hunter Darkside? Jal did that go wrong. Have you seen how she eats soup? Have you seen how she eats soup? I am not her mother, okay? I am just her cousin. I'm the one who got her to start embracing her looks. She got on the fan site, which is pinned. Join her fan site, my fan site, Hennessy's fan site, Tia Marissa's fan site. Everyone you love from this channel is in the link that is pinned here. It is a new platform. Think that Patreon and OnlyFans had a baby. That's what this platform is. But no cucaracha or nothing like that. Okay. Turn a simple moment into genuine connection. Ugh. Genuine connection, please. Receiving a compliment can feel unexpectedly awkward. It's usual for me. Many people downplay it. Oh, it was nothing. Deflect it. You're just being nice or freeze up entirely. These are ugly people. That is why they respond this way. But a compliment is more than a kind remark. It's a moment of connection, and how you respond shapes the emotional tone of the exchange. Here's how to receive compliments with presence, grace, and warmth, and how to use them as an opportunity to connect, not deflect. Here's how to avoid unintentionally dominating the conversation and how to become the kind of persons others love talking to. I don't like talking to people. I don't care. Aljon says, why do you keep reading this stuff knowing that you're not with any of the words being said? Because I'm giving you what I think the book should say. Don't shrink the moment. When someone says something kind, resist the urge to minimize it. Saying things like, I got lucky, it wasn't that big a deal. This whole thing may seem humble, but it actually creates distance. It subtly rejects the other person's generosity. Instead, try a simple and sincere thank you. That means a lot. I appreciate you noticing. I'm glad you said that. I wasn't sure if it came across. Let the compliment land and allow the moment to matter. Okay, you see, I actually agree with this one. This one I agree with. If someone gives you a compliment, own it. I don't even say, oh, this, thank you. No, I'm like, I'm glad you noticed. It's about time you notice, you know?